Dear student, let us learn the poem A Teenager's Prayer. First, I'll read the whole poem. After that, I'll read each stanza and explain it. So let us enjoy A Teenager's Prayer. Each day brings new beginnings, decisions I must make. I am the only one to choose the road that I will take. I can choose to take the road of life that leads to great success, or travel down the darkened road that leads to great distress. Please open up my eyes, dear Lord, that I might clearly see. Help me stand for what is right. Bring out the best in me. Help, Lord, to just say no when temptation comes my way, that I might keep my body clean and fit for life each day. When my teenage years are over, I know that I will see that life is lived its very best with you walking next to me. So, this poem is written by Morse. So, now let us read the each stanza and see understand. First stanza. Each day brings new beginnings, decisions I must make. I am the only one to choose the road that I will take. The first stanza is very simple. Here, the speaker of the poem is a teenage person. And the poet is speaking on the behalf of teenage person. So the poet is mouthpiece of a teenage person. So what does the teenage person say? Let us understand. He says each day brings new beginnings. So what are new beginnings? New beginnings means new opportunities. So each day brings new beginnings, decisions I must make. And I must make decision means a teenage person has to make a decision because there are so many opportunities. Out of them, he has to choose the best one. So each day brings new beginnings, decisions I must make. I am the only one to choose the road that I will take. And again he says, no, I am the only one to choose. The only one to choose means no, I will be the responsible for my choice. If I make the right choice, see, I will be successful person. If I make the wrong choice, I will have to suffer the consequences of it. So he says, I am the only one to choose. It means I am responsible for my choice. So the teenage person is all aware, okay, of the consequences of his choice. Second sentence says, I can choose to take the road of life that leads to great success, or travel down the darkened road that leads to great distress. You see, he has got two choices here, two options. The first one, he says, I can choose. What he can choose? To take the road of life that leads to a great success. So, what is the road of life? So, what a road of life means? No, here we need to understand the highway to economic gains, health, wealth, name, fame. If you go in this direction, if you acquire all these things, you will be called a successful person in life. The second option is I can choose. The first is to take the road of life that leads to great success, and second one is or travel down the darkened road that leads to great distress. So there is another choice, another option, that is darkened road, the bad road, evil road. And where will it lead? It will lead to great distress, the great anxiety, worry, depression. So that's why I need to make the right decision. And for this, the teenager needs God's support, God's guidance. That is why in the third stanza, the poet says, please open up my eyes, dear Lord, that I might clearly see. help me stand for what is right, bring out the best in me. So here the poet or the teenage person is addressing to the God. He says, please, it means he's requesting God. He says, open up my eyes. Open up my eyes, it means no. See, enlighten me with the knowledge so that I can clearly see. Give me a great vision so I will be able to differentiate, okay, between good and bad. Again, he says, help me stand for what is right. So here the phrase is stand for. The stand for means support. So help me is stand for what is right. So you give me strength, you help me that I should know, stand for, I should support whatever there is right. Okay. Again he says, bring out the best in me. Okay. So there is a hidden talent in everyone. Okay. There is a hidden talent, there is no good things in everyone. And the teenage person requests God, praise God, that please bring out, okay, whatever good lies in me. See, please bring out my hidden talent. So in this stanza, the teenage person is praying God, and he has asked three things. First, no, he says, no, open up my eyes. It means enlighten me with the knowledge, because that knowledge will help me to differentiate between good and bad. Second thing, he says, no, help me stand for, okay, what is right. And third thing, he says, bring out the best in me. The next stanza, the fourth one, the teenage person says, help, Lord, to just say no. Okay. So he says, help, Lord, just to say no when temptation comes my way, that I might keep my body clean and fit for life each day. So here the teenage person wants to avoid temptation. So how can he avoid temptation? He can avoid temptation by saying no, a strong no. And for this, he needs God's support. He says, God, please give me strength to say no to the temptations. Temptations means a strong wish to do something bad or wrong. Temptations is very attractive. Bad things attracts you, and you need to avoid them. So if we avoid them, if a teenage person avoid the temptation, what will happen? That I might keep my body clean and fit for life each day. So the teenage person will be able to keep his body clean, not only physically but spiritually also, by being free from the sin, by being free from the guilt. And finally he says, and fit for life each day. So he wants to remain fit, okay, physically even, for the life each day. The last stanza, he says, when my teenage years are over, I know that I will see that life is lived its very best with you walking next to me. So in the last stanza, the teenage person says, when he completes his teenage years, and when he reflects back, when he thinks how he has spent all those teenage years, so he will feel glad, happy. Why? That life is lived its very best. It means he has led the life in a best possible way, and just because of God's support. Because last line he says, with you walking next to me. It means the teenage person believes that God is constantly giving him support, giving him guidance, and he is walking on the path, okay, that God he lights up. So this is how the poem is all in all very motivational, inspirational, and the poem is a prayer, a teenager's prayer. Hope you have understood this poem. Thank you.